India develops a plan to significantly increase their solar energy harvesting. I wonder if suns out, buns out means the same thing over there. Meanwhile, back in the American sector, a politician wannabe has to rent a crowd of fakers for his stupid speech. And the vice chairman of JP Morgan Chase makes his final deposit. Humans in the Grecian sector are about to say goodbye, Felicia, to the euro. And the IMF are really crapping in their cornflakes now. Plus, Chris is here and she'll be speaking with our special guest, Gordon Middleton from the Plastic Tides Project. NASA releases images of the dwarf planet Ceres, and you guys, it's seriously glowing. This is Starseed Activate. Hi, my name is Gareth, and welcome once again to Starseed Activate. We got a great show lined up for you today. Chris Chaparian is here at the station, and she will be speaking with Gordon Middleton of Plastic Tides a little bit later on, so be sure to stick around for that. Oh, thanks, you guys. Also, we are excited to say hello to everyone in the Earth City of Portland, as we can now be seen on human public broadcast in that area, but only after 11 p.m., because I say words like. If I'm being honest, I think after 11 p.m. is probably better for all of us. Time is super fake, anyways. Okay, let's start things off with some good news out of the Indian sector. The government there has approved a plan to increase the solar energy output for the area five-fold by the year 2022. This $100 billion project is expected to increase the amount of energy harvested from 20 gigawatts to over 100 gigawatts. This amount of power easily exceeds what India requires to travel back in time to make sure their dad doesn't screw up prom and erase them from the timeline. You think I'm making it up? Hey, Doc, how much power does India need to go back in time and punch Biff Tannen in the parking lot?
1.21 gigawatts of electricity.
1.21 gigawatts!
See? Told you. Elsewhere, JP Morgan Vice Chairman James Bainbridge died suddenly last Wednesday at 62. According to sources familiar with the family, he was having a hard time breathing while exercising, but the cause of death was not disclosed. Another banker died? Huh. Weird. It was recently revealed that the spray-tanned loaf of bread called Donald Trump paid a rent-a-crowd organization $50 per person to attend his rally. He said a bunch of dumb things and lived out some sort of fantasy of becoming a world leader for a few minutes. You might have missed it, but we have the highlights. And live from New York, this actually happened!
The U.S. has become a dumping ground. And I watched the speeches. Thank you. China's killing us. I like China. I just sold an apartment for $15 million to somebody from China. They just built a hotel in Syria. Can you believe this? Yemen was a great victory. 2 weeks later, the place was blown up. It can happen. I'm really rich. $5 billion website. Well, you need somebody. Sadly, the American dream is dead. It is a disaster. And remember the $5 billion website. China's killing us. And you know, China comes over and they dump all their stuff, and I buy it. But Mr. Trump, you're not a nice person. That's true. But actually, I am. I think I am a nice person. People that know me like me. Does my family like me? I think so, right? Look at my family. I will build a great, great wall on our southern border, and I will have Mexico pay for that wall. China's killing us. Oh, I love China. The biggest bank in the world is from China. We have wounded soldiers who I love. I love. They're great. Ladies and gentlemen, I am officially running.
If you are a supporter of Donald Trump, please, you FaceTube tweet us and let me know how you accidentally found our show. Hashtag, how did I get here? We turn now to Greece, known for democracy, sandwiches with flatbread, and the God of War franchise. I think. Well, looks like they're adding telling the IMF to go F themselves to the list. The short version goes something like this. Hey, Greece, give us all the pensions of your elderly. We are central bank and hungry for monies. We always need more monies to exist. But what you are proposing is an impossible and undignified way for our people to live. And there's no end in sight because of the excessive, illegal, and odious debt you claim interest on. Fractional reserve banking is basically worse than a Ponzi scheme. Oh yeah? Well, if you don't give us our money by the end of June, there will be major consequences. We are the bank of all banks. Either bow to us or face the consequences. Bankruptcy is bad, remember? I don't know. Since Iceland jailed their bankers and declared bankruptcy, they have seen a rapid rise in the standard of living. Oh yeah, and Russia said something like, because we have a high rate of unemployment among our intelligent and skilled labor force, plus our proximity to the Eurozone, I guess we're in a strategically perfect position to process Russian energy and sell it back to you guys. For a small fee, of course. Some people are saying we might actually become the first non-founding member of the BRICS Bank. Pretty sweet, huh? You fools! It will never work! Oh, it will work, but only until the day free energy technology is released to the people of Earth. NASA's Dawn spacecraft is back in the news. Dawn was originally made famous in recent months for sending pictures it caught of two bright-ass spots on the surface of the dwarf planet called Ceres. Ceres orbits the sun somewhere between Mars and Jupiter. Well, new pictures have just been released, and it looks like on this pass around the rock, they found a conical or pyramid-shaped part sticking out of the surface that's over 3 miles high. That is taller than the peak of the Rocky Mountains. If you're still wondering about those spots, people everywhere have speculated that these brightly glowing spots could be anything from salt to water or even cities. Personally, I have a hard time believing that salt would glow like Tokyo from thousands of miles away. It may be a little early to announce, but we will be doing Starseed Activate live on Ceres in 2025. Pre-sale tickets available through PayPal. We'll have ridiculous DJs, an open bar, plenty of safe parking, and the good porta potties, you know, the kind with the light in them. Mark your calendars. Finally, we have a special guest with us today, and we're now going to turn things over to the lovely Chris Chaparian for more.
Thank you, Gareth. Hey guys, and welcome to The Breakdown. Today, we're talking about the big problem of plastic pollution. We have a very special guest here to help us break it down. I'd like to welcome Gordon Middleton of Plastic Tides. Welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much. Very excited to be here.
Please tell us more about your organization, Plastic Tides.
Yeah, so Plastic Tides is born out of a joint love for adventure and the environment. We do stand-up paddleboard expeditions all around the world to raise awareness about plastic pollution, which is a huge issue that we're going to go into.
Gordon, tell us more about the process of recycling plastic.
So plastic recycling is kind of praised as one of those, this is the thing that will fix everything. But it's not, There's 3 R's, and there's a reason that the recycling is at the end. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Recycling with plastic, it's not 100%. You recycle an aluminum can, you get an aluminum can. You recycle a glass bottle, you get a glass bottle. But if you recycle a plastic bottle, we have to make virgin material out of oil to make a new plastic bottle. So essentially, plastic recycling is not a solution, it's just a deferral of the issue. Biodegradable plastics, mainly PLA is the most common one, are not biodegradable, especially in the marine environment.
So what would you say are the most pressing issues we face regarding plastic pollution?
So what most people don't realize is that plastic doesn't biodegrade. Plastic photodegrades. Now, photodegradation is where the sun makes something very brittle, and then something else might break it up. So where plastic goes is essentially the ocean. Almost all plastic trash ends up in our oceans. It was invented in about 1947, I believe, maybe 1948. And there's a really great article, actually, in Life magazine, back when Life was still a magazine, and it was about throwaway living. And in the photo of the cover photo of this article, you have a family, and they're just throwing up all this plastic in the air, all these single-use items, and throw them in there like, hooray, you know, convenience. We never have to wash it again. And at the time, we just weren't thinking about it. But either way, these things are products that are in our environment, in our society, and we don't even think about it. We don't even consider the ramifications of it.
So, you have a new film, The Canal. I understand you took an expedition through the Erie Canal collecting water samples. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so the Erie Canal, it was cold, I'll put it that way. We left on November 9th, and we paddled for 11 days along the Erie Canal, covering about 180 miles in sub-zero temperatures. We're talking -8 a few days. It was all to raise awareness about one single issue, and this is microbeads in cosmetic products. And along the way, we made a documentary. You can find that documentary on our website or on vhx.tv. And it's about an hour-length documentary, and it explains what microbeads are, what the issue is, and what we found in the Erie Canal, which, you know, really actually supported this legislation that we're trying to put through to ban microbeads.
Can you recommend solutions we can implement in our daily lives to cut down plastic consumption?
Yeah, so there's a lot of solutions that you can do, and they're pretty easy, actually. Stop buying plastic water bottles. Get a reusable bottle, fill it up in the tap. Go ahead and also buy a reusable bag. Don't get any plastic shopping bags ever again. They're horrible for the environment. They look like jellyfish in the water. Turtles, dolphins, whales, all sorts of animals eat these things. Go ahead and stop using microbead products. Look on the back, the ingredients will say polypropylene or polyethylene. That has microbeads in it, and it's used to wash your face. Stop using them. And, you know, just try and be aware of what your surroundings are and what you're buying, because there's plastic all around us, and there's always a solution. There's always an alternative that uses less plastic.
Those are great tips. We'll make sure and check out the canal. Gordon, thanks for breaking it down. Please keep us posted on any future expeditions.
Of course, and you know, there's a few future expeditions that are in the works. They're a bit top secret, but we'll let you guys know first.
Gareth, back to you.
Thanks, Chris. Awesome stuff. And keep up the great work, Gordon and company. Let's make it official and add plastic tides to the Starseed Activate Stewards of Earth Hall of Fame. Well, that about wraps it up for now. See you next time, even though... Wait. We're getting word that Broadcast News has a reptilian being on their program. We take you there now.
You and push you down.
Well, they'll try and drag you. So these guys, if you see these sharp teeth, I won't put my fingers too close to them, but you can sort of see. Oh, she's having a little bit of a bathroom break. Right. That's clearly where he's trying to go. He's trying to run off to the bathroom, and I wasn't letting him go.
You can't really see this, but I don't think that's Gatorade.
No, maybe the purest form.
Well, it's a start. See you next time, even though time is fake.